The first thing I can remember is that I was walking. Walking alone, clutching a big jar of peanut butter in my left hand. I looked down at the peanut butter, and I noticed it had a price tag of $12 on it. I thought to myself, this must be some really fucking special peanut butter to be $12. I walked a little further. I noticed a convenience store. I went into the convenience store, and it was run by none other than Kenny Rogers, the gambler himself, running a convenience store in the middle of nowhere. I went up to Kenny, and I asked Kenny, "Do you have anything that would go good with this peanut butter? Do you have anything that would taste really good with this very expensive peanut butter I have?" Kenny stopped for a second. He looked at the peanut butter. He took the top off the peanut butter and jammed his fingers in the peanut butter, bringing out 2 nuts from the peanut butter. He dropped those nuts on the floor, whether accidentally or not, I'm not sure, and he looked at me and he said, "Whoops, I dropped your nuts." And I thought to myself, this is fucking insane. Kenny Rogers just did that. So then I asked him again, "Do you have anything that would taste good with the rest of my peanut butter?" And he went to the shelf and he pulled off some pickles. Pulled off some pickles. Then he took one of the peanuts off the floor, he wiped it off, and he put it on the tip of the pickle, and he ate the pickle with the peanut. And he was like, because I guess he didn't like the combination of the peanut and the pickle. It gets fuzzy after that. So then I say, "I don't think I'll be needing anything from this convenience store, Kenny." And I put the lid back on my $12 peanut butter. As I'm going away, he stops me and he shows me a bag. This bag was filled with lots of different items. Most of things I probably didn't need. There was a moon pie, there was a couple condoms. But then there was one thing that I might have needed on my journey. It was a case cutter. I felt in my pocket and I noticed that I didn't have a case cutter. So then I asked him, "How much is everything in the bag?" And he says, "Everything in the bag is $1." I hand him $1 and I take the case cutter. Then I wait for him to put the money in the register and give me a receipt. But he falls asleep in the middle of the transaction. I wake him up, and he seems to not remember who I am, and he asks me, "What are you doing here?" And then I say, "Kenny, none of us know what we're doing here." It seems to fuck his mind up because he doesn't understand that I was just asking him a question like that he can't really answer. I was getting all philosophical on Kenny. So then I take my case cutter, I start to walk out, and he yells, "Hey! You remind me of a person that used to come here a lot." And then I look at him and I say, "Did that person have a jar of peanut butter?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then I'm like, "Bye-bye, Kenny. See you later." Something's really wrong with Kenny. That's what I kept thinking. But I went along on my journey, and I come across a school bus. I smelt the delicious aroma of pan pizza in the school bus. Now I love pizza, and I can't resist the aroma of pizza, so I have to go and get the pizza once I smell pizza. I mean, I'm like a fucking Ninja Turtle when it comes to pizza. So I go inside the school bus, and I find the pizza. There's all these kids and the bus driver, and they're all eerily looking ahead, none of them looking at me like they're frozen in time. No one's moving. Just the pizza, the steam coming off the pizza. I open the pizza box, and I notice that it's already half eaten. But at this point, I'm like, fuck it, I'm really hungry, and I don't know if I really want to eat this peanut butter that Kenny Rogers stuck his fingers into, so I'll take my chances with this pizza. I take the pizza out, but once I leave the school bus, I notice that it mysteriously got really cold. Maybe the steam coming off of it was just my illusion. Maybe it had been cold for hours. But I certainly can't eat cold pizza. So I go further down on my path and I come across some houses through the woods. I go in one of the houses, and there's no one in the house. There's an alarm clock going off, but I turn off the alarm clock and I slowly make my way through the house to make sure no one's there. I take the pizza, I put it in the oven, and then the TV mysteriously turns on. It was Dr. Phil. I don't really like Dr. Phil, so I turned the TV off. I went back, I took the pizza out of the oven, and it was delicious. And then I woke up. Moral of the story is, don't fucking eat red meat before you go to bed.